Yeah, hello again. This is Andrew Culkin, and again, I'm the author of Amanda, A Cautionary Tale of Alcoholism. It was the story of my wife's 25-year decline with alcoholism, and she passed away a little over 3 years ago. You know, today I really want to talk about one of the big red flags, really designed to help families identify if they either have a budding alcoholic in their family or a full-blown alcoholic in their family, and it's just obvious. But one of the biggest red flags is that they hide their alcohol. And what I mean by hide it is that you may go underneath the couch in your living room, and for some reason you find 7 or 8 bottles of wine, or 20 scrumped up bottles of crunched up bottles of beer, cans of beer rather. You find alcohol all over the place, whatever their drink of choice is. In my wife's case, it was originally wine, and then somehow she thought she downgraded to beer and then hard alcohol. But I would find bottles all over the place, and the creative ways that you find them. Or one time we have big bookshelves in our family room at the time, and they're closed door, but they had their glass. And I remember looking at them one time, and I saw the corner of a beer can, sticking up outside on top of one of the books. I mean, what's a beer can going back there for? And I opened up the door and I stuck my hand back there, and there was literally hundreds of cans that she had drank, crunched up, and hidden behind the books. And it was a huge bookshelf. I mean, we're talking about probably 10 feet wide and a good 8 foot high. Huge bookshelf. Every shelf was crammed with crunched up beer cans. And I kind of had an inkling. I just never could figure out where they were. And the room often smelled like stale beer for some reason. I could never figure that out either. But that was one mystery that was solved, and it was a huge red flag, obviously. I used to find wine bottles in the hamper where she put the clothes, in the backyard. I remember one time I was weeding and I found about 10 bottles of wine in the flowers. Wherever you can hide them. What I'm getting at, if you see this kind of activity going on, you know that person is no longer a social drinker. They're no longer drinking in social environments, and they've created a habit. They've created a habit that just continues and continues, and it's only going to get worse until there's some kind of intervention, somebody intervenes on their behalf, or as a family member, as a frontline person, and I call family members frontline people, you need to address the problem. And when I used to take all the cans and bottles and I used to put them on the kitchen counter so that she would know that I knew how much that she had consumed. And it was always the same excuse. Oh, that was there for a long time. Well, I just cleaned them all out last week, so why is there another 20 cans in the same spot? And I would call her on it. And sometimes it resulted in her going to rehab, because you can't deny when there's a pile of wine and beer bottles or whatever their choice is. You can't deny that. I just wanted to bring that into to attention. If that's happening to a loved one in your family, or you recognize it in yourself, it's time to seek help. Group counseling, AA meetings, there's all kinds of different help you can do. You don't always have to go to an expensive rehab facility. It just depends on how far the disease has progressed. I hope that helps. Any questions? Feel free to comment. I appreciate constructive comments, positive comments, and if you have some new insight, that's always great too. Again, the website is www.Amanda, A Cautionary Tale of Alcoholism. That's for the book. You can put in pre-orders, and I have a coaching program coming up next month, September of 2023, and that's called An Alcoholic in the Family. I'll have a lot more information on that coming soon. The links will be provided in this video. Again, thanks a lot for listening, and we'll talk to you again soon.